once again. I'm Pranas from Teltonika Networks marketing team, and I'm not alone today. My colleague, sales engineer Paulus, is with me. Hello, Paulus.
Hello,
And
everyone.
we are going to introduce the newest products from Teltonika, TRB160 Cellular Gateway. And don't worry, we will have Q&A session after the webinar, so please write down your questions in Q&A section. Please don't write questions in chat. Please write them down in Q&A section. So let's begin. Gateways are the popular part of our portfolio. So we are constantly developing and offering new products to the market. Why gateways are popular? Because they are powerful but small in size, cost efficient, and dedicated to perform in exact use case. So our newest gateway is not different from this philosophy. It will provide faster and more reliable connectivity thanks to 4G LTE Cat 6, and will have one more interface for data connectivity and powering USB-C. TRB160 gateway becomes a perfect connectivity device for such applications as providing network connectivity for various digital signage solutions, gaming and lottery machines. TRB160 can be the perfect partner to make sure you stay connected to the internet when your primary network source is down, and even provide primary network connectivity in challenging industrial applications. You may wonder how it would be possible with such a small device. And in this case, Paulus will introduce TRB160 from the technical side.
So the TRB160, as Pranas said, is a device that comes with USB-C port. So this will be the first device with a USB-C port in Teltonika Networks portfolio, hopefully not the last. And this USB port can be used for a few things. First of them is the ability to power up the device. We know that you guys were asking for this feature for quite a long time, so we have finally added. The power can also be delivered via the standard 4-pin USB power connector, and we will still have the passive PoE option available on the Ethernet port. One thing to mention that this will be a triple power redundancy device. That means if, let's say, you lose power on your 4-pin connector, you can still power up the device from the USB, and you will not even lose the power. That means the device will not reboot after this power switch. And we have also added the ability to send a notification when the device would lose power from the 4-pin to the USB connector because of the voltage drop. And this will be a 5-volt power input on the USB. It means we can also use, let's say, a USB power bank or a standard, let's say, phone charger to power up the device. And on the USB-C, together with the power, you will also be able to deliver data. And for the data connectivity, we have around 150 megabits of throughput on the USB. And together with it, you'll also be able to use the gigabit Ethernet port, which will be the same as on previous TRB140 version. And as the name suggests, the 6 in the name, that this device will be a Cat 6 device. That means you will be able to now get up to 300 megabits of download and up to 50 megabits of upload speeds. With scalable bandwidth and advanced MIMO, you will be able to have better performance in crowded areas and also help operators to maintain more and more devices connected to a single LTE cell tower. And carrier aggregation will allow the TRB160 to connect to multiple cell towers, so you can have better handover between cells, and of course more stable connection when in a moving vehicle, for example. And all of this we were able to cram into a very, very little package. As far as we have looked, the TRB160 should be the smallest category 6 device in the market that's a gateway or a router, not just a plain modem. And comparing this device to TRB140, it is just a little bit bigger than TRB140. Some of our older clients should be able to reference the size of TRB160, which is the same as the TRB2 series. The casing should be is the same. We still have the gigabit Ethernet port. The RAM remains the same of 128 megabytes, but the flash got reduced to 256. But this will not add any restrictions in the day-to-day use of the TRB160. And one addition is the USB-C port when comparing to TRB140. And with all of these new additions, we are able to provide a 72% faster device in just a little bit bigger package for you to have connectivity in different regions. And with this, the device is, I think, quite interesting, as it's that very small size and also energy efficient. We are able to run the device on around 0.25 watts when in idle, and the maximum usage of power should never exceed 3.3 watts, which is very efficient for a mobile device. As before, and as most of our devices, this on the 4-pin connector will have a singular digital input and a single digital output. The device is still ran by our operating system, root OS. That means you will still be able to enjoy all of the features that you have enjoyed before. And it will be RMS compatible. The Cat4 LTE, the Cat6 LTE will give you the speeds and the carrier aggregation, the diversity. And you will also be able to find the industrial protocols that you have that you loved before for those industrial use cases like OPC UA, Modbus, DN33, and the LMS. And where you could use these diverse features and where they could be excellent for, I give the word back to Pranas to explain to you where to use this device.
Thank you, Paulus, for technical part of TRB160 overview, and also we are thankful to our R&D that they managed to squeeze all this functionality into this small box. So previously, I have mentioned that TRB160 is a perfect fit in use cases as providing network connectivity to digital signages, gaming and lottery machines, providing reliable backup when your primary connectivity is down, or even playing the main role when connecting all your industrial ecosystem. But please do not stick to this use case only, because TRB160 is capable to be used in many more applications where you need reliable network connectivity. Combination of small size, Cat6 connectivity, and multiple interfaces allows to use this gateway as primary or backup connectivity device in many more use cases. The list can continue from providing remote monitoring solutions in renewable energy field to automated smart city solutions. And actually, I can tell you the fun fact how TRB series was born. At first, we had Route 955. I hope you all are familiar with this device. It's one of our best sellers of all time. And this device combines multiple interfaces, for example, 4 Ethernet ports, inputs, outputs, serial communication, and other features like Wi-Fi, GNSS support, etc. But there's a plenty use cases where only one of these features is required. For example, Ethernet port or serial interface. So why to choose device which has all of them when you need only one? For example, you need to deliver pizza from your pizza place over the town. So I believe you will not choose ultra powerful race bike to do that. You do not need all the race winning performance to deliver pizzas around the town. I believe you will choose scooter, which do this task just perfectly. So the same idea applies in connectivity. So we decided to create series of devices where each of them has dedicated interfaces for exact task to do. For example, TRB140 has 1 gigabit Ethernet port, and TRB145 has a RS485 interface. So in this case, our clients have the right tool for exact task. And we are constantly developing our products according to our partners' needs. So TRB160 was created as a middle step between TRB140 4G Cat4 cellular gateway and TRB500, our flagship 5G gateway. And in comparison with our competitors, TRB160 is kind of a unique device. It is right in the middle between less expensive device with limited functionality and lower connectivity performance, and more expensive ones with additional features which are not always needed in your projects. And another great thing about TRB160, we will ship it to you with all needed accessories. You will get power supply unit, antennas, and all other small things to get your running straight out of the box. So there will be no additional waiting time on must-have accessories or hassle scouting them. And at this point, I would like to invite you to contact our sales team regarding TRB160 and all other products of Teltonika networks. Please do not hesitate to contact us. Our team is ready to help you navigate in sometimes quite complicated IoT world. So now it's time for your questions in Q&A, and please write them down. I see one question, and this device has 2 SIM cards? No, this device has only 1 SIM card slot. Another question from Roland. Can the device be powered by USB-C permanently?
And the answer to this question would be yes. The USB-C can be used as the main power source for the TRB160. Just one thing to make sure is that if you will be using just the USB laptop port, which is usually limited to 2.5 watts, in high intensity workloads, the port might not deliver the full power. So a good thing to make sure is that you have more than 2.5 watts on that port that you're using to power the device.
Okay. Another question, can you prefer which powering could be switched, not from, how to say, losing power on 4-pin to switch for USB-C, but can you prefer which of power supply could be used?
So the power priority is set on the hardware level, so this cannot be changed. And the first connections will be the not the USB, the 4-pin socket and the passive PoE on the Ethernet port, and the fallback connection, the let's say third in the row, will be the USB-C port. This was done just so the USB-C port could be used as the backup connection mainly.
Okay, thank you, Paulus. Another question, does this device has full RootOS or it's somehow limited?
The RootOS is fully there. We have not removed any features that would not be there unless it's like hardware support, like because the device does not have RS484, so we will not have Modbus RTU, for example. But other than that, it will support the full feature list of RootOS.
Okay, thank you, Paulus. And I don't see another questions. As I told before, whenever you have some questions or feedback or any comments, please contact our sales team. Oh, another question. Can one use the USB port to connect and configure a network drive?
So talking about the USB port, so the USB port is in client mode. That means you can connect it to any host device and like a laptop or something like that. And a network drive, you can configure the TRB160 itself, but from the TRB160, you'll not be able to connect to, let's say, other client type devices.
Okay. So, again, I believe that it's all what we wanted to share with you today. And thank you all for the participation in our webinar. I would like to remind you, don't forget to follow us on social media and subscribe to our newsletters to get all the news. And as I mentioned before, if you have any questions about our devices, please contact our sales team. So thank you all. Thank you, Paulus, and hope to see you soon.
Bye-bye, everybody.